Brainstorm with me. Tell me. Share your feelings with me. What are we doing here, Mona Lisa?
Too conservative.
Okay. Goddess in the Birth of Venus?
Oh, a little too naked.
Right. And want your new husband to have a heart attack. Unless, of course, that's exactly what you want.
Be kind.
How is life in marital bliss?
Functional.
Ava, you make it sound more like a transaction than a marriage.
If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
Well, I do hope that whatever you're after, living with the Dark Prince is worth it.
Well, he's not so bad, really. Even Elizabeth found it in her heart to forgive him.
Well, that's because that's who she is.
I understand they were close once upon a time.
I think that Elizabeth feels that being with Nicholas is the biggest mistake of her life, and that's not just because she was married to Lucky at the time.
But Nicholas and Elizabeth had an affair?
Do you really think Spencer's done with me?
He's a teenager. Everything they do and say is dialed up to 10. However, he does have every right to be furious with you. You're just gonna need to give him space and see what happens.
Ava said the exact same thing.
You talked to her about Spencer?
I mean, we had some time to kill on a flight back from Paris.
Still, it's kind of a sensitive subject to be discussing with someone you're sham married to, don't you think?
Maybe. It got Ava to open up about her experience with losing Kiki. She cut my pity party quite fast.
Yeah, Kiki's death was shocking and senseless.
Were you too close?
Yeah, we got to be, especially once she started working here. Obviously, I got to know her first through Franco.
I vaguely remember Kiki thought Franco was her father, but then it turned out to be Silas Clay. But I wasn't exactly clear on the details.
Yeah. Okay, so Franco and Ava had a brief affair in New York when he was first starting to make a name for himself. But then they weren't together when Kiki was born, and Franco and Ava didn't speak to each other for years.
Now she represents him professionally, and he is painting her. I guess time really does heal all wounds. I wonder what first drew Ava and Franco together. I mean, physical attraction, an artist's muse.
Are you jealous?
Not in the slightest.
Good. Because whatever they were in the past, Ava and Franco are just friends.
I hope one day we can be friends again.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Fine. I guess I'm lucky that you're even speaking to me.
Only because you brought up Spencer.
I understand. And I appreciate your compassion for my son.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Don't act like the Nicholas I remember. The one I have missed for 3 years. When you're thoughtful and considerate, it almost makes me forget how angry I am with you.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Hey, can you lighten up a little bit? I draw you like that, all moody and broody. People are gonna think you're Helena Cassadine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just surprised to hear that Elizabeth and Nicholas had an affair. I'd only ever heard about his great love for Emily Quartermain.
Well, it was a long time ago.
Right. No reason to dwell on the past, right?
That's right.
I'm just so curious, though. Really, about what happened between them back in the day?
So much for not
Do you think
dwelling
that
on
it was
that.
just like sweet puppy love, or was it something more?
Ava, you keep this up, I'm gonna draw horns on you.
Hey, I'm just trying to make friendly conversation here.
If you're that curious about it, why don't you consult your loving husband?
Okay, well, maybe I will. Because who a person chooses to sleep with, that says a lot about the person themselves.
It's a fascinating theory. Ava, chin up. Yep, a little bit, and to your right. Thank you.